sisters! Time to shine! Shower me with the odds revealed!
Ready.
Shoot on sight!
Hello everyone, welcome back. I just wanted to do a quick video on what I'm still seeing some Clorinde players do, which is to run Clorinde and Furina together, but without a healer. Because I don't think it works as well as you think it does. We're here with Clorinde and the Mountain King, so let's just get right into it. So the first rotation actually works pretty well. And especially for this team, which was the meta, like, Quickbloom team. Now notice how much health we've actually taken out from the Mountain King. And on top of that, we do in fact have 21.5% incoming healing bonus. That is coming exclusively from Furina's Fanfare stacks. The math checks out that this is actually 215 Fanfare stacks, which is actually pretty good. And 215 Fanfare stacks basically gives us a damage percent increase of a little bit more than 50% from Furina's ult, which is, of course, ever so slightly more than what Yelan's ult can provide as a direct comparison at its absolute peak. So, first rotation for a Clorinde Furina team does in fact seem absolutely perfectly fine, and because this is, of course, a team bonus from Furina, this is actually even better for Furina and also for Fischl, Nahida in this team as well. So yeah, obviously this team is able to do a lot of extra damage. The big problem with a Clorinde Furina healerless team is obviously going to have to be the second rotation. During the Clorinde Furina second rotation, notice how basically everyone, except Clorinde I guess, is at half health or slightly lower than half health. So, we're going to have to really rely on Clorinde's healing in order to provide that team overflow healing in order to get the Fanfare stack. We're going to get some additional... But notice how we're doing less damage, and on top of that, we're only getting 15.4% incoming healing bonus. And that's actually partly because I took damage as Clorinde. If I didn't take damage as Clorinde in previous tests that I did with this, I ended up with like 8% from Furina's Fanfare stacks. And as you can see, we did a fair bit less damage to the Mountain King as a whole. Because at that point, when you have less Fanfare stacks, obviously, then everyone is doing less damage. That's kind of what happens when you're playing Furina, right? And so, as a direct result of that, what seems to be the case is that when you are playing multiple rotations in a Clorinde Furina team without a healer, Furina ends up not being as useful. And so at that point, I feel like you're probably better off running a different character at that point, unless you really want the hyper blooms coming out of it, and in which case, okay, Yelan is probably ultimately a better choice, because at least then your team is not having their health drained, and you can kind of, like Clorinde, tank all of the damage. So we kind of have that kind of dynamic there. Otherwise, Shillidan. But then the team becomes a Quicken team as opposed to a Quickbloom team, so that's sort of something you need to think about. But either way, I'm not really ever convinced that Clorinde Furina teams that don't have a healer are actually that effective in multi-wave content. I mean, I guess if you're going up against like a weekly boss and you just want to make a cool showcase video, then yeah, this team will be great for like a cool showcase video. You should be able to like clear things relatively quickly like that. But in things like Spiral Abyss, where you will need to be using multiple rotations because there's at least 3 floors, yeah, I just don't see this working as well as anyone thinks it does. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Obviously, if you have, I think C2 Furina, or hell, even C1 Furina, if you have constellations on Furina, then all bets are off. It's go for broke. You do you, right? But I don't have constellations on Furina. I am demonstrating with a C0 Furina, which is why obviously my Fanfare generation is not super duper boosted, juiced, or anything like that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more Genshin Impact content, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Let the world collide!
This world shall perish, and its ashes will